ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Let me take a moment to ask you something, a simple question that carries weight. Have you ever had someone walk out of your life, and it felt like the ground was shifting under your feet? Maybe it was a friend, a loved one, a relationship you thought would last forever. And when they left, it felt like a chapter was closing, but you weren't ready to turn the page. I know how that feels because life doesn't always offer closure, but it always offers purpose. When people leave your life, it can feel like a door has slammed shut, leaving a deep sense of emptiness and questions that echo without answers. There's a human tendency to cling, to replay the memories, and to wish that things had turned out differently. But what if that ending, painful and confusing as it may be, is actually the start of a new chapter in your life? What if their departure is not a void to fill but a purposeful clearing, a space being prepared for something that aligns more deeply with who you're becoming? We often forget that not everyone who walks into our lives is meant to stay forever. Some people are here for a season, to teach us, to support us, to help us learn something essential about ourselves. They bring joy, insight, or even challenges that force us to grow. And once their role in our story is complete, they leave not out of cruelty or abandonment, but because their time with us has served its purpose. That may be difficult to grasp, especially when we feel emotionally connected or dependent, but it's a powerful truth. Their departure is often a divine act of pruning, removing what no longer fits in the larger vision for our lives. Consider the space that is left behind when someone leaves. While it may seem empty at first, it's actually an invitation to fill that space with something greater, something that supports the new chapter that's waiting for you. The emptiness is a clearing, a place where fresh growth can begin. Imagine it like a field. Sometimes the soil must be tilled and cleared to allow new seeds to take root. When people leave, they make room for those who are aligned with the next stage of your journey, people who resonate with the person you are becoming, not the person you were. When you trust that departures have purpose, you start to understand that loss is not just an ending but often a profound beginning. You gain the clarity to step forward and see the unfolding possibilities. It can be challenging to accept that some people are not meant to be part of every chapter in your story. But by letting them go with gratitude, you honor the role they played, and you also honor yourself by making space for growth and transformation. There is wisdom in trusting that every ending has a purpose, that the gaps in your life are there for a reason. Allow yourself to embrace the new beginning that loss can bring. The space left behind isn't a punishment or a mistake, it's an intentional part of your journey. When you lean into that understanding, you open yourself to a future filled with relationships, experiences, and opportunities that align with the highest version of you. This perspective allows you to move forward with hope, knowing that life's cycles of connection and release are all part of a greater plan guiding you toward your true path. Trusting in divine timing can be one of the hardest lessons we learn in life, especially when it involves saying goodbye to people we've grown attached to. Relationships hold a unique power over us. They provide comfort, support, and meaning. So when they come to an unexpected end, it's natural to feel confused, even betrayed by the loss. Yet there is a higher order at play, a timing beyond our comprehension, guiding the moments people enter and leave our lives. Sometimes God removes people because they fulfilled their purpose, even if, in the present moment, we cannot grasp why. Imagine for a moment that every person who enters your life is part of a divine tapestry, woven precisely to bring you the lessons, experiences, and growth needed at each stage of your journey. Some individuals come to walk alongside you for a long time, while others appear briefly, leaving an impact that may last forever. But every single one plays a role that contributes to who you are and who you're becoming. When their role is complete, even if we cannot see it yet, it's time for them to step out of our lives. It's as if the universe, or God, recognizes a higher purpose, a purpose that might only become clear to us in hindsight. It's easy to question why certain people leave when they seem so essential to our happiness or understanding. We might ask ourselves, why now? Why this person? But those questions often come from our limited perspective. We see only a fragment of the bigger picture, while the divine sees the entirety of our journey. In the moment, the departure feels like a loss, but over time we often realize that their exit created space for growth, transformation, or the arrival of new individuals who resonate more with our current path. Trusting in divine timing means accepting that some relationships are seasonal, meant to last only as long as we need them. When they end, it's not a sign of failure or wrong choice, but an indication that their purpose in our life is complete. This perspective allows us to release resentment and bitterness, replacing them with gratitude. Gratitude for the memories, for the shared moments, and for the understanding that both we and they are moving forward into new phases of growth. Divine timing invites us to believe that we are exactly where we need to be, with exactly the people meant to support our journey. When we let go with faith, we're honoring a larger plan, trusting that the universe knows what's best for our spiritual evolution. Each person's departure creates an opening for new experiences, for connections that align more closely with who we are today. Trusting in divine timing gives us the strength to move forward with peace, understanding that every entrance, every exit is guided by a wisdom that knows what's truly best for us. In releasing, we step into fullness of what is meant to be, embracing the flow of life with grace. Releasing with grace is an act of profound strength and self-respect, but it can be one of the hardest steps to take. When we're attached to a relationship, a friendship, or even a situation that has brought us joy or a sense of purpose, letting go feels like tearing away a piece of ourselves. We hold on tightly, thinking that perhaps if we just try a little harder, things will go back to how they were. But sometimes life is calling us forward, and the act of holding on actually keeps us from stepping into a future that is waiting with open arms. The truth is that not everything is meant to last forever. Relationships and situations come into our lives to help us grow, to teach us, and to shape us into the person we're meant to become. When they've served their purpose, holding on too tightly can create stagnation, blocking us from the new experiences and opportunities that are aligned with who we are becoming. By clinging to what was, we may inadvertently be saying no to what could be. And often that could be is where the true joy, growth, and fulfillment reside. Letting go with grace means acknowledging the role that person or situation played in our life, being grateful for the memories, the lessons, and the love they brought. This isn't about ignoring the sadness or pretending that the loss doesn't hurt. Instead, it's about honoring the chapter while knowing it has come to a natural end. Blessing and releasing means choosing peace over resistance, gratitude over bitterness, and trust over fear. When you release with grace, you're not closing off love or shutting down your heart. Rather, you're opening yourself to a future that aligns with your growth. This act of release sends a message to the universe, or to God, that you're ready for the next chapter, that you trust the process, and that you believe there's more ahead for you. It's a way of saying thank you for what was, and I am open to what's next. This openness is magnetic. It attracts the right people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with the person you are now. Releasing gracefully is a gift you give yourself, a way of unburdening your spirit from what no longer serves you. Instead of forcing things to fit, you allow life to flow in its natural rhythm. This doesn't mean the relationship or situation wasn't meaningful, it just means its role in your life has evolved. By letting go, you're not rejecting the past, you're simply making space for a future that fits who you're becoming. As you bless and release, you cultivate inner peace, resilience, and readiness for the beautiful, unknown possibilities ahead. In this space of openness and acceptance, you'll find that life brings you what you need, often in ways you couldn't have anticipated. The act of releasing with grace isn't an ending, it's a powerful new beginning. When someone leaves our life, whether through choice, circumstance, or loss, it often creates a void that feels vast and overwhelming. That emptiness can bring an ache that sits deep within us, a pain that feels like it won't ever fade. In those moments, it's natural to focus on what's missing and to wonder why it had to be this way. But there's a powerful truth that can carry us through that pain. Faith isn't about ignoring the hurt or pretending everything is fine. It's about trusting that, even though we can't see it now, there is a purpose and a plan behind what feels like a loss. Faith gives us strength to endure what doesn't yet make sense. It invites us to believe that the void is not permanent, that it's a space being cleared for something greater, something that aligns with our growth and our true path. This doesn't mean the process of waiting and healing isn't difficult, it simply means that, in the midst of that difficulty, we choose to hold on to hope. Faith asks us to trust that the absence of something or someone we once cherished is part of a larger design, one that ultimately has our well-being in mind. Imagine that your life is like a garden. Each relationship, opportunity, and experience is a plant, bringing beauty and nourishment. But sometimes for new growth to happen, certain plants must be pruned, weeds pulled, or even old roots removed to make room for healthier growth. The loss might feel sudden or unfair, but faith is knowing that eventually new life will sprout in that empty space. The garden will thrive again, fuller and more vibrant than before. This doesn't lessen the pain of the removal, but it shifts our focus toward what is possible in the future. Faith reminds us that God, or the universe, sees a bigger picture than we do. We might only see the immediate loss, but there's a greater plan unfolding, one that takes into account our potential, our purpose, and our strength. Trusting in that plan helps us move through the pain with resilience, knowing that the void will not remain empty forever. In time, new people, experiences, and blessings will arrive, ones that resonate with the person we're becoming. Holding faith over pain means choosing not to dwell on what's missing but to open ourselves to what's coming. It's about believing that this season of emptiness is a bridge to something better, even when we don't yet know what that better looks like. In moments of doubt, remind yourself that life has an ebb and flow, a rhythm of loss and gain, and that every void is an invitation for new blessings to fill its space. Faith over pain is a commitment to believe in life's possibilities, trusting that what we've lost will be replaced by something richer, deeper, and more aligned with our soul's purpose. Preparation to receive is an act of faith, a practice of readiness that welcomes new blessings into our lives. Often, when we let go of something or someone, it's not the end but a transition. It creates space, a clearing in our hearts, minds, and lives for something new to arrive. But it's not enough to simply have space. We must actively prepare ourselves to receive what's meant for us. This means consciously cultivating openness, gratitude, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Imagine that life is always offering opportunities, relationships, and experiences aligned with our growth. Yet, without a prepared heart and mind, we may overlook or even resist these gifts. Preparation is a way of saying to the universe, I am ready, I am open, I am willing to receive. This readiness doesn't mean waiting passively. It means actively refining ourselves, aligning our mindset, and letting go of what no longer serves us, so we can fully embrace what's to come. It's about cultivating an inner landscape that can hold and nurture the blessings when they arrive. Preparation often involves self-reflection and understanding what we truly desire and need. Many times we hold on to past hurts, limiting beliefs, or fears that block us from accepting new blessings. We may want love but still carry wounds from old relationships. We may want success but doubt our own worth. Preparing ourselves means addressing these inner barriers, healing, and working through what might prevent us from fully receiving. It's a process of making peace with the past, so that when the future arrives, we can welcome it without hesitation or resistance. Opening up to receive is a practice of trust. Trust that what is meant for you will find you, and trust that you have the strength to handle it. It's about believing that you are deserving of good things, that you are ready for growth, and that you are capable of holding the joy, responsibility, or transformation that comes with new blessings. When we prepare ourselves in this way, we become magnets for what is aligned with our purpose and spirit. One of the most powerful parts of this preparation is gratitude. Even before the new blessing arrives, begin practicing gratitude for it. Thankfulness opens our hearts and sets an expectation for goodness. It creates a powerful shift in mindset, from doubt to anticipation, from fear to joy. By embracing gratitude, you signal that you trust in the timing and abundance of life. So preparation to receive is not just about waiting, but about becoming. It's about becoming someone who is ready to embrace the fullness of what life has to offer, who sees opportunities as gifts rather than challenges, and who trusts deeply that what is meant for them will arrive in perfect timing. When you open yourself in this way, you make room for what's truly meant for you, and you allow yourself to receive fully, with grace, gratitude, and joy. Embracing the journey of life means acknowledging that each moment, both joyous and painful, holds meaning and purpose. Life's path is rarely a straight line. It is filled with unexpected twists, detours, and moments of difficulty that we couldn't have predicted. These moments can test our resolve, challenge our beliefs, and leave us wondering why we have to go through such trials. But if we can step back and look at the bigger picture, we begin to see that each twist, each turn, is part of a higher plan. A plan that is ultimately meant for our growth and good. Every experience in life serves a purpose, even if we can't see it right away. The challenges we face shape us, often in ways we may not understand until much later. They teach us resilience, patience, and compassion. They give us the opportunity to discover strengths we didn't know we had, and to find faith even in the darkest moments. Painful experiences can feel isolating, but they are often the ones that bring the deepest transformation, revealing layers of ourselves that may have otherwise stayed hidden. Embracing the journey means trusting that even setbacks have value. When things don't go according to our plans, it's easy to feel disappointed or discouraged. We wonder if we've made a mistake or if we're on the wrong path. But life has a way of guiding us toward what we need, not just what we want. Often what seems like a setback is actually a redirection, an opportunity to step onto a path more aligned with our true purpose. The twists and turns may feel confusing in the moment, but they are moving us toward something greater. Faith plays a central role in embracing the journey. Faith is the belief that there is a purpose behind every experience, that life is unfolding exactly as it should, even when we don't understand it. Faith reminds us that we are never alone on this journey. There is a higher intelligence, a divine wisdom guiding each step, and if we trust in it, we can find peace even in the uncertainty. When we embrace the journey, we let go of the need to control every outcome and instead allow life to reveal its plan in its own time. This doesn't mean giving up on dreams or ambitions. It means staying open to the possibilities and trusting that whatever unfolds is meant to contribute to our growth. Each experience, each detour, and each obstacle holds a lesson or gift that we may not recognize immediately but will come to understand as part of our evolution. By embracing the journey, we live with a sense of gratitude and openness, knowing that every step, every triumph, and every setback is part of a larger story. This perspective brings peace, resilience, and a deeper connection to the unfolding mystery of life, reminding us that we are exactly where we need to be for our highest good. In the end, life is a journey of seasons of arrivals and departures, of holding on and letting go, of pain and renewal. Each experience, every relationship, is woven into a larger story that is meant for our growth, even when we can't see the full picture. When people leave, when plans shift, when the unexpected arrives, it is not a setback but a divine invitation to open ourselves to new possibilities. Trust in divine timing, release with grace, keep faith stronger than the pain, and ready yourself for the blessings that are coming. Remember, every twist and turn is part of a higher plan, a journey designed for your good. So embrace it. Walk forward with faith, and know that what is meant for you will not pass you by. Be open, be patient, and most importantly, be willing to believe in the beauty of the path laid out before you. Because life is always guiding you towards something better, something aligned with the deepest parts of who you are meant to become. Trust in the timing. Trust in the journey. And most importantly, trust in the one who walks beside you, even when you feel alone. Because God's plan for you, my friend, is beyond anything you can imagine. Thank you and God bless.